Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. The reason I tell these true stories is really for two reasons. Number one, I want to show the power of the gospel that the blood of Jesus has never lost its power in all these years. And number two, I want to encourage you, if you're a Christian, to share your faith more than ever before in your life. Don't be ashamed or afraid in any way to talk about Jesus or the Bible or salvation. I mean, you never know what God, or even invite someone to church too. You never know what God can do through that. And here's the story that they actually had to change his name uh, to Manuel because he lives in too dangerous a place to say his real name. But this is an amazing true story told by a missionary, Olson, who was with the Assemblies of God. And this guy, Manuel, was a farmer by day and he was a rebel leader by night. So they had the government forces, and he was part of the resistance. And they had literally gangs of rebels that had weapons, papers, all kinds of stuff, and they were fighting against the government forces in different ways. And so he did that for like 2 years. He was a rebel leader, um, and then one day he saw that they were having church services. This pastor was holding meetings in his village, and he was so intrigued that he would just stand outside and watch them clapping, singing. And the more he did that, he finally started listening to the words and heard the pastor talk about hope, that there's only one way to have hope, and it's to have a relationship with God through Jesus Christ. And finally, amazingly, Manuel told the pastor, I want that hope. I need that hope in my life. And the pastor led him to the Lord, and such a radical transformation happened. Now, it didn't happen instantly necessarily. It took some time. He struggled for 5 months praying with his rebel involvement, but finally God got a hold of him and he turned in all of his weapons. He turned in his papers to the second in command, all this stuff. And instead of his weapons, now he has a new weapon, the Bible, to use. And he's told people that he had found a better way than to rebel against the government. And it's an amazing story. This man, Manuel, goes to Bible college. Um, he eventually goes with some other people back to his hometown and plants a church, builds a church. And it's just an incredible true story of how God can change anybody's heart and why we need to witness as much as possible.